The Dallas Cowboys have a real actual deadline for Dak Prescott as they begin work on his contract extension that should make him once again one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. He carries for next season a almost $60 million cap number. The Cowboys are going to want to go into free agency. They're going to want to have maneuverability, want to be able to sign guys. The only way to do that is to lower that cap number. That's why the expectation is the Cowboys will do a deal in some form or fashion with Dak Prescott before free agency. He can essentially not be tagged after the season, heading into the final year of his deal, Rich. So a deal basically must be done for Dallas.
No doubt this deal must be done, and it's a deal that a lot of people can look back at and say, man, the Cowboys painted themselves into this corner because the contract is really what's beating the Jones family. You got a no-trade clause. He got the no franchise tag, even though you can't tag him because he's still under contract, basically. You got all of those things against the Jones family. And the other end of it is when they said that they would love to go all in, right? That, you know, the biggest way to get all of that money is through Dak Prescott. So they're going to have to extend. And hopefully this time when they extend his contract, they waive a few clauses. The only way they can get that trust back if they do this extension right now, closer to March. Don't wait all the way to March. And when free agency hit, then you use that excuse whereas, hey, man, we wanted to dance around in free agency, but we still working out Dak Prescott contract. No, figure out a way to put in the extra work. And granted, Jerry right now rubbing his hands together because they talking about the Cowboys on Super Bowl Sunday. He's rubbing his hands together because it's still up in the wind with the defensive coordinator, and people still going to reference the Cowboys. So they're going to reference the Cowboys a lot, and that's why also, you know, Dak Prescott on his resume, 2-5 in the playoffs. That ain't nothing to bang around with and bang on your chest and say, yeah, man, look at the quarterback that you finna give $250 million to. So the fan base is going to always be divided, right? And that energy is still that energy because you're going to have a multitude of people tuning in to hate on Dak Prescott, and you're going to have a multitude of people to also, ladies and gentlemen, tune in to support Dak Prescott. So this fan base, by us being the biggest fan base, of course, you're going to listen to people who's even from the outside say this.
Oh, who has the most hate? Oh, Dak Prescott. Oh, that's a no-brainer. I don't think people understand how hard it is to play quarterback, first of all, NFL. And not only that, but play for the Cowboys, and you winning 11, 12 games a year, and you still saying that's not enough? Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? Even from the outside looking in, people see that Dak Prescott is the most hated. Now, the football field is designed for you to root for one and shout bad against the other. That's what the football is designed for it to be, right? The stadium. It's the Coliseum. It's like Rome. It's one of those things that it's the medieval time, a gladiator sport that it is, right? But over a course of the years and many of years, money came involved, right? And money came to the table, and money is a thing. It's a true thing. And the reason why Dak Prescott got the no trade clause and the reason why he got the no franchise tag clause on his contract is because he don't ultimately trust those boys. And the reason why the Jones been getting burnt with their contracts is because they be having their reservations. And that's clear. It's very clear. So we'll find out what the family would do far as Dak Prescott contract. Y'all post down below. Fight amongst yourself on whether or not Dak Prescott should be here or should he go. But at the end of the day, if you team Cowboys, you will have to just swallow the bullet, right? Even if you're on the outside looking in with Dak Prescott and can't stand him, you have to swallow the bullet because this will be the most way that you bring in players by his contract. You're going to have to swallow that bullet. Yeah. Unfortunately, because the contract states so. And Todd France, they whooped Jerry Jones' tail on that contract. They did. Now, for those who say, well, hey, let's just eat the $60 million, go out on a hope and prayer. Well, you know, that's what, 1%. Cowboy Nation,
That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Hey, pay Dak. That's the only way. I feel y'all, you know.
Okay. And so if you said, well, are you interested in signing Dak and what have you and being that much more over the cap? Are you interested in signing Lamb and being that much more over the cap? Okay. You've got to look at everything. You've got to look at everything. And so I won't be. And I bet you that Stephen won't be sitting down there and recognizing, well, you've got this situation with Lamb's contract. You got this situation with Parsons. We won't be doing that because that's the wrong look right now. We've got to see how much we can get under the cap. So it's a holistic look, more so than ever in a year we've had.
Do you feel like there's an urgency to get the answers to those cap questions before free agency starts? Or
No, there's not.